So I'm gonna let y'all know how I got to real estate. The first 25 jobs I ever had. Basically, like when I was in grade school, like I was pretty bad student. Like I got like D's and F's and C's, and I really didn't do good at school at all. To be honest with you, I didn't even think I was gonna be able to get into college. So I kind of had to go to ACC, and I had a couple of teachers. They were kind of talking down a little bit, so they kind of like set fire to me, like, and made me want to really be successful in life. So we start with my number one job I had. I worked at this place called Alcon. It was like 2005. It's like a couple of months after I graduated. I graduated during the summer because I didn't get to graduate in May because I just needed like one more class. So probably I took like a couple of months off after that, and then I got this job at Alcon. My cousin's baby moms was working there, and I think she put in a good word for me, so I got in. And this job was pretty hard. Like it was 6 to 3:30, like Monday through Thursday, and it was like in a warehouse. We're picking up hospital supplies all day. It was just like an all-day event. We're like counting, bending over, picking up crates, totes, like all types of stuff. And it was like a temp job. It was at Burnett staffing agency, and everybody else was like permanent. And then we had the temporary worker guys like us. And I was working there for like 11 months, like almost made a year. I kept on getting into it with this guy named Curtis. He was like, it's like this miserable guy. And he just was always talking all the time. And I like put my heart and sweat into this job. Like I would show up like at 5 o'clock, like an hour and a half before the job started, and I would start working, and I wouldn't take my breaks. I would take my lunch breaks sometimes, and I just worked straight. Like I was really trying to get on full time because I thought this was it. Like I wasn't going to school. I wasn't going to college. I was like fresh out of high school, and they were gonna fire me and him at the same time. And when they were gonna do that, after that, I kind of was like, I didn't want to work there anymore. So I think I quit a couple of months later, and so I think I started working with this elder in my hall. We're like detailing cars. That was my second job. It was kind of, we were like in the sun. It was kind of hard. It wasn't that hard. It was okay. I think I worked with him for a couple of months, and after him, I worked with this guy named Terry. I was like his assistant. We were like doing like a bunch of odd jobs, and that's 2006. So 2007 comes along. I started working at Discount Tire. Like that job was kind of hard. We were like, lifting up tires and 22, 24, 25-inch rims, and we're like jacking them up and changing out tires. I think I was working there for a couple of months. And then I got another job while I was working there called Innovative Consulting. And so I was working those two jobs at the same time. They were both part-time, so I was probably working like 50 hours a week. And that was kind of cool. I was making 200 from Discount Tire. I was making like 150 from Innovative Consulting. And then I think I got fired from Innovative Consulting. And I think I got fired from there. And then Discount Tire, I got fired from there. I jacked up a car on the oil plank or something like that, and I got fired from there. And then I think I started working at UPS. Like I was working 3 to 9. That job was kind of hard because we're in a warehouse. It's like 100-degree heat in there, lifting up boxes, and I got fired. Did I get fired? No, I quit that job. And then like shortly after that, my dad, he like randomly, he randomly got me a eye exam like at Kelsey Sibo. And I got my eye exam, and the doctor was like, how did you get here? I was like, I drove here. He was like, no, how did you get here? And then he basically told me I was like legally blind on my left eye and my right eye was like getting there. And they told me I had keratoconus and I needed like glass hard contacts in my eyes to be able to see decently. So they said like, basically that's like temporary in my eye. No matter what happens, my eyes are gonna get worse and worse and worse. And then I might be able to have a surgery, or if I don't do that, then I'm probably gonna end up going blind. So that happened, and so I'm like, I'm trying not to think about it. So I just put my all into like working. So I think I get the job in like doing security. I was there a couple of months. This is 2007, and then I quit because I got a job at the hospital at Methodist. I was a patient transporter, and like I worked like 120 hours every 2 weeks. I don't know if I was working that many hours because this was my first time able to get overtime, or because of my condition, because I was like I wanted my mind on something else. So, and then I had a lot of debt. I had a Dodge Avenger. I put like 20-inch rims. It was like black on black, and then like, so I was paying on that, and I had my phone bill, and I had some credit card bills, and I like made sure I didn't want to be late on any of my payments. So my goal was to pay everything off. My goal was to pay off my car, pay off my rims, all my credit cards, and then probably like eventually like go to school. So I think I started going to ACC. I was paying out of pocket. I was buying books. I think my mom helped me out she helped me out with a couple of books, couple of payments, but for the most part, I paid like probably 90% of my school at ACC, and I was just working crazy hours. It's like 2008 to like, I want to say 2009. And then I broke my foot at the job. It's like 2009. And then I was on workers' comp for like 3 months. I was in a cast. And then I had to get a surgery. So I think I like jumped down these stairs while I was working, and then like my foot did like this, and I fractured it and broke it like in all these different type of places. So I was in a cast for like a long time. And I got my second surgery at the hospital, and then I think they put me in a boot, and then I like went back to work. And then I was trying to get my hours back, but I couldn't because I was still on disability. And then there was a manager, I think her name was Mary. She like saw me with my leg up while I was on my break, and then she told my other manager, and they fired me. And I should have sued them. It was people telling me I should, and then there was people telling me that I shouldn't. I should just go back. And then they called me the next day, and they asked me to come back. I should have I don't know. I should have told them like, hey, put me in a different department. I'll come back. If not, then I'm gonna sue. But I just came back, and then I got fired like a couple of months later, like 3 months later. So this was like 2010. This was like a really down part of my life. I was like depressed because of that happened, and I had keratoconus. So I started going to sleep like at 5 in the morning. I would wake up at like 5 p.m. I was sleeping like 12 hours a day. Like I was just depressed. And I think I got on unemployment for a little bit. For a couple of months, I think it was like that summer. And then I just started working like real odd jobs. I think the first job I got was working at Powell. I was like a warehouse guy, and I think we were all temps. Like every job from here to like 2013 was like all temporary jobs or all temp jobs. So I was working Powell think I was working the second shift. I was working the morning shift. I was working from like 7 to like, I think 3:30 or 4:30. I think I worked there for like 3 months. I got fired. Then I got on this job at Tri-Yard. I was a janitor. I was like washing tables, picking up trash. I wasn't cleaning toilets because I had this other guy do that. I was kind of like the head janitor guy. And I think I worked there for a couple of months and I got fired. And after that, I worked at Coca-Cola in the warehouse. This was like, we were like stacking up like crates and stuff in the warehouse. It was like really, really hot. I got fired from there, I think a couple of days. And then I got another job at Coca-Cola. I was like a Coca-Cola assistant. Like I was helping them load up like the 20-ounce machines and then in the warehouse. And I think they let me go. I'm not sure, because that was a temp job. Okay, I was working at Pepsi. I think in the warehouse. I got fired from that. And then like a couple of weeks after that, I got a job at Ozark. I quit that one though, because I didn't like that one at all. And just keep in mind, these are all temporary jobs, and my goal is just to pay all I gotta do is pay my $400 car note. My car note, $400. My phone bill is like, what, 100? And then my credit cards, like I'm paying off my credit cards. I got a couple of, like, I was parking handicap. I got some tickets for that. I paid off. And then I got a Charger in 2008. So like I upgraded because my Avenger caught on fire. So my Charger, I had like the red lip and all that. So I was paying that off. I had a Discount Tire credit card. I was paying that off. I think I had like 20,000 in credit cards debt, because I was paying like ACC while I was working. And then I think my goal was to transfer to U of H, but I ended up transferring to U of HD in 2012. So I'm paying that. Keep in mind, I'm staying at home, so I'm not paying rent. And I never got any Pell Grants or anything like that because my parents made too much. So I'm just paying out of pocket the whole time. So now that's 2011, now we're in 2012. I got a job at ACS. I was working the night shift. And then I got a job at Phonoscope as an electrician. That was a pretty good job. I was getting paid like $13 an hour. I was an assistant. I got fired from that. The other job I got fired from. And then I got a job at Grocery Supply at 2012. I was working there for like 3 months. Got fired from there. I got my associates in 2012. Got my associates, so I'm feeling myself a little bit. I'm like, all right, I could get like a assistant manager job or a manager job in a warehouse because I got all these warehouse, experience. So I get this job at this warehouse through this temp agency called Randstand, and we're like lifting these 50-pound like concrete bags from crate to crate because the crate broke. We're like just lifting it. We got to bend over, make sure, we bend our knees, pick it up from crate to crate. This is like during the summer, like the 100-degree heat, and we're getting like $8 an hour. So I'm just like, man, this was so like, I started like reevaluating my whole life at this point, because I'm like, I just got my associates. I've been working since 2006, 2005. And I'm just paying my car note. That's all I'm doing. I finally got my associates, but now I guess back to square one. I'm getting paid $8 an hour, and I'm just like, dang. So that was kind of depressing. And then I think like I got fired after lunch the same day because they felt like I wasn't moving fast enough. Oh. Then I get this job, I get this temp job at Caps for like a day, for like literally 2 days. All the women in there, they like me. I was there for like a couple of weeks. And I got my car, and then I think I got fired. And one of the managers was like, oh, the temp agency didn't call you? And I was like, what? Call me for what? And they was like, oh, we don't need you no more. So like I drove all the way back, went to sleep. I'm mad. Shortly after that, I get a job at doing like forklifting. It was like the second shift. I was there for like 2 days. I got fired. Then I had another job. I was in a warehouse. I forgot the name of that job too. Oh, that was at we're doing ACs. We're like putting ACs together and stuff. I think I was there for like 2-3 weeks. Then I think I quit or got fired. I was tired of that job. It was like, I was getting off at 11 or 12 and I was done. I think I got fired though. I was 2012, so 2013 comes around. This is Terminix, and this is literally like the best job I ever had. It was in sales. That's why I'm pretty good at getting houses in a contract, because I had experience in sales. I asked all my people that I'm mentoring, like, do they have sales experience? Because if you have sales experience, you can do anything in life. Like, you could do real estate, you can do like vending machines, you could do like anything have to do with sales. Like vending machines, you can go to the barber shop and try to convince them that they need a vending machine. You can convince somebody to sell their house to you. You can convince somebody to get the house in a contract so you can wholesale it. So I was there for literally like a year. I was like making pretty good money. I was stacking up my money. I think I saved up like $20,000. And I got pre-approved at Rockstar Mortgage. And I literally got my house. I got the house on Fresno like a couple of months later. And I was there for a year. The sales job that I had, Terminix kind of got rid of it. So I had to move into this other department, and I was like digging up these bait jobs, and I think I quit that job. I got an internship at Walmart that summer. This is still 2013. And then they moved me to assistant manager. And I was assistant manager for like a year. Joyce Jones was my manager. She was okay. And then I think they promoted me to the Walmart on 518, where I live at now. And my manager at that time was Yamelia. And I don't know if she didn't like me or what, but she gave me a really, 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 really hard time. And I was at U of HD. I was trying to graduate, so I needed like one more credit to graduate, and I had to take a leave of absence. But because I was only at Walmart for 11 months, they basically was like, my spot wasn't gonna be available. So before I took a leave of absence, Yamila told me, she's like, no matter what you do when you leave here, you're not gonna succeed because you don't listen. So, when people tell me this, like teachers tell me this or adults tell me stuff like this, like it just sets a fire to my back. Like it puts like a battery in my back. So I took that as fuel. So I graduate, get my bachelor's degree. I'm kind of feeling myself a little bit because I have all that Walmart experience. I know how to close houses. Stores basically, the warehouse, everything. So I tried to get a job at Target. The only job that they was offered to me was at, I think, the mall. I think it was like, I forgot the name of the store. It was like Old Navy or something like that. And so I didn't want to work there. And then I think Walmart, they offered me a job but the location was in Rocheron. I didn't want to drive out there. So I met this guy at Terminix. His name was, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm gonna say that for another video. He basically kind of put real estate in my head, and then I met him again at that time. And I started, basically, I got a bunch of loans, got a bunch of credit cards, and I started buying houses. And I haven't worked a 9-to-5 ever since. And that's my story. So this is after 2011, like around 2012. I got surgeries on my eyes. Man, I was getting eye infections like all the time. Like, it was hard for me to go to work sometimes. My eyes would be red. My left eye was literally closing. I had pictures of it, and I got surgery. I got my corneas replaced. The doctor said like the cones were like closing up my corneas, and if I didn't get them replaced, I was gonna go blind like in a couple of years. So I think that's why I was working so hard. I was just trying to get my mind off of going blind, basically. I just got checked up like a couple of months ago. He said I'm good. I'm not going blind. The surgery was a success. If you don't want to work your job anymore, I got a little course. The link is in the bio. It's in the description below. It's like $25. It shows you how to wholesale. Start buying up real estate like I did. If you have any other questions, add me on Instagram at realestategurupk.com. Be like, hey, look, I brought your course. I can send you the contract, and I can send you the memorandum, and just ask me whatever. I'll probably charge you another $25 or something like that, you know, for like to be on the phone and everything, but that's all right. For the 100 like, I'm giving out a $100 giveaway, and click on the all my affiliated links, the Chase Freedom, the Chase checking account, the SoFi, you deposit, I think it's 500, you get 50, deposit 100 for the Weeble link, you get 2 to 4 free stocks. And Finance, you deposit $100, you get $30. Robinhood in public, you deposit $100. Robinhood, you get like 2 free stocks. In public, you get like a fraction of a stock, up to 1,600. Y'all have a nice day. Thank you.